Bickman. GG's on the first. Welcome in. Hi, Ratsky. Here for a sec between giveaways. I got you. GG's on second. I have a feeling it's going to be a quiet evening. But I had to switch up my schedule. Just going to be doing some like random warm-up sketches for a bit before I jump back into my animals series. I feel like I need to get the creative juices flowing. I'm very tired today. Bear in a shark onesie with legs poking out the bottom? Heck yes. Bear shark onesie. Leggies out. Bear in a bear onesie? That's getting both the redeems. Okay, is he wearing a different type of bear? Or is he just like so hyped about himself that he's wearing his own breed? Okay, I did this stupid. Copy paste. And erase. No. Brown bear in a brown bear onesie. Heck yes. I'm all about it. Hi, Bebbington. Hi, Rexy. Like slightly different shade, but same bear. I got you. Rexy Ratsky beat you to the redeems. I mean, I still have my other redeems, but he beat you to the cheap ones. Okay, I'm gonna hide references. Okay, bear in a shark onesie. Leggies out. You'll have words for him later? They better be nice words. Don't you yell at our boy. Bear in a human onesie. Ratsky said, Beb, we're drawing bears tonight. You could never yell at him. You better not. Is music loud right now? I keep needing to adjust it for my own ear holes. Ursus. Okay, is it too quiet now? Ursus. Okay, this is what Nagan was warning me about. Listen, Rexy. The redeems are there. Ursa ring? Okay. You stopped me before I drew it, so it's savable. Ursa ring. The way I'm gonna be shamed if I can't remember the bear Pokemon. Yeah. Ratsky, do you have a preference for which one I start with? Because you're in control of like the first hour of stream right now. In order is fine? Sweet. He just wanted to steal them all from you? Look, he was real successful with it. Cannot knock the hustle. Okay. Bear and shark onesie, legs poking out the bottom. Bear and bear onesie. Bear and human onesie. Okay. Just saying, Hootie ain't requesting anything weird for a while tonight. My hero. Okay, I'm just going to interpret this one how my brain is taking it. Okay, so I always want a chunky bear. Bears be chunky when I draw them. He's going to have a goofy little head. Interpret however you want. Heck yes. I appreciate that. I won't need anyone telling me every line to place. Like some hoot words. He's gonna have little chunky legs. I feel like if you're wearing shark onesie, you got the legs out, you're gonna be sassing somebody. So we're gonna give him a nice like cross-armed pose. Like if you come near me, you better know. I mean business. Don't super love that placement right now, but we'll get there. Oh, my eraser is huge. Let me wiping my screen thinking part of the sketch was a hair on my screen. Look, I get real sketchy with my lines. Y'all got hairy screens. Oh my gosh, stop. I messed myself up with my own troll. Alright, and he's gonna have like a real serious tail. He's playing no games. Rexy's posting something in my Discord. What are you doing, Rexy? Super serial short tail. Heck yeah. Okay, and what are you doing, Rexy? Give me his little nose holes. Throw the big old teeth. You didn't do it, it was Ratsky. All I'm seeing is accusations. Not seeing any answers. What? We'll have Harry phones. Yeah, an embarrassing. It's just secondary fur. Second-hand fur. Side effects of a bib stream may include hello, Bebington. Hello, Naggin. We got like 17 bear drawings in a row tonight. Felt weird, but you figured you'd try it. Listen, it's less like sketchy than Relchard. But also I like Relchard, so. You're going back to Beb? Okay. That's fair. Culture just makes me laugh every time. Every time I think about that popping up as my name in your chat, I giggle. Just like when Perfect is here, their name is Gremlin on my screen. Alright, what's a shark tail look like? I am Googling things, chat. Oh my gosh, it tried to tell me I actually meant Shark Tale, the movie with Will Smith. No, thank you. Okay, so it's pretty like serious on one side and a bit shorter on the other. It's a great movie. I have also never seen it. The cover image of that fish kind of scares me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. One sec, I gotta put on my announcer voice. Side effects of a beb stream may include feelings of happiness, mild, uncontrollable laughter, and bare hairs on your screen. If symptoms persist longer than the stream, or if you begin having the urge to live in the woods and sleep several months of the year, please consult your local zoo veterinarian. Ratsky, that was beautiful. This whole time I was like, oh, it's Tuesday. There's a bev. Yeah, I tried my best to just confuse everybody this week. I'm going to be on Wednesday instead of Tuesday, Thursday. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday this week. Because life is chaos. Full stop. On the snorkel. How do I remember my hotkey? Look at us. Look at y'all swimming. I feel like the bob that I have it set to naturally do. Wait, does he not bob on this one? Oh. See, I knew what I was doing when I set this up. I was gonna say I like that he looks like he's actually swimming when he's bobbing on this one, but I didn't realize I didn't have him bobbing on the other one. I made this VTuber or PNG tuber like a year ago, and I guess I was thinking things through. He be floating in the river with Billy. At some point I want to like actually animate the bottom half of him and just like surprise y'all by pulling him up and there's just a mermaid tail under it. A bear maid. I'm supposed to be drawing. Actually, I already feel productive so far, so. Ew, I don't like that. Dang nabbit. Wanted to do one more ink portrait so you could add a set of 5 pins on fourth wall. Now it's your favorite and you don't know if you want to sell it. If you make a pin of it, you would also want to sell the piece. Is that what you're trying to do? You're just trying to have a range of prices for originals too. That's smart. I don't understand how you crank out those portraits so quickly. I love your style. And it would take me like 3 weeks to do any kind of portrait at all. And I feel like when you're like in your art zone, I feel like there's a new one every day. And it's really impressive and inspiring. Dev bought one? That's what Dev bought. I can't remember if I saw Fernando or whatever she called it. I'm sure I did, but do I put another one up? I think you should. I think I vote always put more up. Takes you a good 5 hours. It makes me want to scream. 5 hours, I would have like maybe a rough idea of what I want it to look like, and then the next 3 months trying to figure out if I'm able to make it look like that. Not counting the dry time between workable fixative. You're a wizard. Doing this for years. That is true. I've been avoiding drawing humans for years, so I'm not exactly doing myself favors. Portraits are your fave. You freak. I'm just kidding. That's awesome. I'm very much in the camp of I'm gonna avoid portraits as much as I can. Unless it's a bear in a onesie portrait. How visible do I want his eyes to be? I think I like that. reference layer. Alright, he's gonna be invisible for a sec, everybody. I'm doing things. Your faces used to be all Dragon Ball Z anime-like, so you've come a long way. I would say so, for sure. The only, like, honestly, the only, like, real face work I ever did was when I used to draw Dragon Ball Z characters. I didn't even like Dragon Ball Z. I just knew kids who did, so I was like, I need to do this too. Love your art style. I fully agree, Rexy. Wholeheartedly. Can do portraits to save your life. Same. The only like human stuff I do at all are hands. How goes? Hootward, you're late. I made it 30 minutes. You weren't even in here a minute and a half into stream telling me I was late. Can't really do hands either. I just really like how expressive hands can be. Like without having to do like facial expression and stuff. You were building? Are you still working on a fortress? Collecting stuff to make a fortress ain't easy. I knew it. This latest one though looked like dev at the beginning. Interesting. References from Unsplash and doesn't look like dev at all. Okay, so it doesn't look like dev now, but it started out. Got a bunch of automated machine gun turrets now. See, this is more like what I would have expected you to do. Not all that carnival of fun and games stuff you were up to before. That did not feel very Hootward to me. Oh, his legs are popping out. I gotta remember that. So are we getting a bear and a onesie collection? Apparently. I was thinking a second ago, if I had to like guess what I've drawn the most of in my life, it might be bears and onesies, and stream is adding to those numbers for sure. Stuff keeps trying to invade your fort. How dare. Babs. What's up, perfect? And Nyrem, am I saying that right? Welcome in. Thank you for the first time chat. How you doing? Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. Rexy Bon Savage. Do you want that from memory? Oh, our bear looks real weird right now. Bear with me. Stitch. From memory? Heck yeah. That's gonna be fun. I love Stitch. I have a little Stitch statue on a shelf in my room, actually. So it's gonna be a real shame how much I can't remember him. You see the new redeems, you're tempted? What new redeems? Perfect. Those redeems have been here. Unlike yourself. He's so cute. He's so cute, and he's such a little goblin. It's just like a... He's just like a little puppy. Okay. Now I'm going to shape the white parts of him. Also a goblin, so you relate? That makes sense. We love it when art reflects ourselves. The animal and character onesie. I just saw it, okay. Character ones. I think I just said onesie. I might have onesies on the mind. Listen, Perfect. All I'm saying is, one of us called you my #1 viewer. You got a reputation to uphold. Rexy could probably tell you my redeems from memory. Oh my gosh, Rexy, it's raining near you. It rained from like 2 p.m. yesterday until like 8:30 this morning. Notice that you didn't tell me about the weather yesterday. You would have told me wrong if you did. You remain my #1 fan. Dog? I don't ever call people dog, but I just called you dog. You don't know what you're on about. Thank you for the alert, Bills. And Kate. Welcome in. Thank you for the first time chat. How you doing? Your name is Kate? Sweet. We're drawing a bear in a onesie right now. For real though? Listen, we can't all be meteorologists. But you can still try. Really, really try your best. It's appreciated. Even if I give you crap about being wrong. Alright, I'm realizing that I think I've spent like 30 minutes on this drawing. And I've got like 7 more to go. So I might speed it up a bit. Or we might be drawing bears all night. Is it appreciated? I mean, listen. The effort counts for things. It's not your fault. You're just a bad guesser. Actually, I feel like it's the Weatherman. Most sweet. I do what I can. Alright. I really like this, and I might revisit it later, but I'm just going to throw some shading on him. So I can move on to whatever the heck the other ones were. I think we had a bear and a bear onesie. A bear and a human onesie. That one I'm like actually scared about. Bear and a human onesie is going to be hilarious. I have concerns, but it's going to be good. Instead of Buffalo Bill, it's Bear Bill. It make me take a dark turn with it. You know me. Dogs are losing their dang minds. Charles. Okay, I don't think this tail shading is going to show on screen. But I'm shading his tail. Okay, I just realized I have Stitch. Are you so good at drawing cute things? Perfect. I don't know what to take, what to make of you saying a nice thing like that. I do a lot of drawing perfect. Or drawing things cute. Listen. They don't all work out. Where was I? Okay. Okay, I don't see anything that I should add to him right now. Right now. I'm probably going to revisit this later, but for now, there's our bear in a shark onesie. Got his little legs out. Perfect. I genuinely considered banning all the words related to what you were saying that day. I'm lowering my tuber. I almost banned bean and flesh and wrinkles. You're welcome for not. Bear and a bear onesie. I'm doing a think. I have two ideas and I can't decide between them. Also, like, would it be possible to boost your mic volume up more? Just so, because I usually have my volume all the way up to hear you and absorb. Perfect. Turn your volume up. There is not a way for me to turn it up anymore. I have it maxed. The only alternative is for me to kiss the mic. That's not very pleasant. I can't turn it up more. Interesting, because I also can't turn it up more. Hi, Win. Welcome in. I'm being pleasant today. You just caught me around perfect. Hope you're having a nice day. Listen, perfect. If you're going to all caps me about the fact that you can't turn up your volume, you must accept that I can't turn up mine. Hate that I had to read that perfect. Okay, Rexy or Perfect or Wind or whoever, I need a choice between either one or two. I'm being pleasant today. Until he gets in another stream with me later and completely annihilates you. Listen, I'm being pleasant in this current room that we're in. Two? Okay. Alright, so I don't know how I'm gonna draw this, but the options were either a cute bear in a scary bear onesie or a scary bear in a cute bear onesie. And you picked a scary bear in a cute bear onesie. Perfect, you calm yourself right now. Yes, scary bear. Actually, perfect. I almost called you gremlin. You picked one. You picked a cute bear. How do you feel? You're going against your own wishes right then. Hootward, I swear. I swear, Hootward. Don't you do this to me. Okay, I don't usually draw scary bears, so this is gonna be fun. Okay, so I think. Oh Lord. I am actually going to pull up a bear reference because I want a pose that I don't usually draw. If I can find it. So you swear, Rich. I've never heard you curse. Well, you do enough of that here for the both of us. Pep curses when he greets me, just not in public anymore. Perfect. The slander. Okay, I'm pulling up a couple of references. Also, I need everyone to look at this image. Okay, I'm just gonna go with this one because I don't want to waste more time. What a pose. He's like, be chill, man. You'd hug. It would be a beautiful hug. It would be your last one, but it would be beautiful. All right, let's see. I think I only want to do his top half. I'm using this reference. This is the reference I'm actually using, if anyone cares to see. I'm only going to do his top half because I want to make him like semi-detailed to get all that anger. Perfect, I swear. I don't know why you're like trying to get in trouble. He go roar. He really do. Okay, so I'm gonna focus on like his shoulders up. He's gonna look real goofy for a second while I figure out like proportions and all that. Bear with me. Don't all bears have chest hair? Naggin, thank you. Perfect literally wants me to put like little like squiggly doodly hairs under my flannel on my tuber. Okay, so nose popping out a bit up here. Mouth wide. This looks really strange right now. And he's got an eye here. And I believe his ear is going to be covered by the onesie ear. What would be more cursed is a bear getting his chest wax. And it's thus hairless. Why? Why is this happening? Now you're giving perfect ideas. Okay, I have something wrong up here, but we'll figure it out. I don't know if you want to Google that or not. That is all on you. Perfect. Hold on. Perfect. Genuine question. When you look at this bear, are you saying he's bald all over? You're so welcome for it only being 10 seconds, and then you didn't even learn. You didn't even learn from your ways. You didn't learn from the punishment. Okay, I want to fix his little nosy. Look away for 2 seconds. Listen, Perfect is out here trying to misbehave. I'm gonna come in here talking about, oh, I'm your best friend, best fan, but I'm gonna talk trash about your avatar. I'm your #1 fan, but every time I'm here, oh, give me bear hair, give me furry chest. BRB, you don't have to. I think this might have been too challenging of a pose. You let me zoom in. No. So, yo, teepees. Squiggly teepees. Another little teepees. And he's got this weird lip situation. Kind of folded over. And he's got all these little teepees down here. And his tongue is kind of like curled up behind him. Okay, so I'm not mad at the mouth. I need to figure out the nose. Let's see, his ears like here. And this. Okay, so his eye. Maybe that's a little bit bigger than it needs to be too. Dang though, Twitch Sports is the first spot in the carousel. Or Mogo would still be there. Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense that they would put themselves in the first slot, but I feel like that does take away from the people who like would benefit. Winnie, is that you? One second. Okay, I think I'm back. Naggin, she holds nothing back from that dang vacuum. Okay, hi chaotic, welcome in. I didn't realize how much my tuber looked like Winnie the Pooh until the other day. But I do see it. Someone mentioned it the other week. Now it's all I can see when I look at me. Also, for context, Rosalina is this little black and white dog, and she hates the Roomba. Wages war. It's not too long ago you watched Blood and Honey. I heard that was coming out, but I never heard anyone talk about it. Did you like it? Okay, such a trash movie. But I like horror movies because they're so cliche and corny. I feel like yeah, I've never really watched many horror movies, but I feel like half the time when I hear people talk about them that are fans of them, it's like just because of the fun of them, not because of them being good movies. Also, I'm trying to draw a scary bear in a cute bear onesie right now. Substance is your favorite? I've heard a lot of good things about it. Looks good, thank you. I just spent like 15 minutes trying to figure out this pose. I'm pretty happy with it now, so I'm gonna start adding in some deets. And this was supposed to be a sketcher game, so I don't need to waste like an hour on it, but I'm kind of very into it right now. Okay, so he's got his little hood. Let's get rid of some of these sketch lines to make it look a little less chaotic. Okay, so that's his real ear. But his real ear is going to be covered by the onesie. I want it to be like a big old plushy onesie. Guy has no business wearing it. But like his son bought it for him for his birthday. So he wants to be a good dad. Even though he feels the urge to be menacing. Son, you're embarrassing me at work. I think maybe a bit more rounded. So right here for the big fluffy bear ears. here. What program is this? I'm using Procreate on the iPad. Big eyes over here. Probably can't see the other eye in this image or in this angle. Work on his eye now. So I think his eye would be more like here. Yeah, maybe there. Ooh, eraser's too big. Also, thank you for the follow. I missed that. I appreciate it. Hi, Hungry Bye. Hi, Momo. Bye, Momo. I'm drawing a scary bear and a cute bear onesie. You can turn off the snorkel, by the way. Listen, I'm going to turn it off, and then someone's going to come in immediately and be like, bring the snorkel back. Chat loves the snorkel. Thank you for the reminder. I was just going to sit here with it on all stream. I was not going to remember. Does the onesie get teepees too? I was trying to figure that out in my brain. Like maybe cute little rounded teeth. Or maybe a couple of little buck teeth. I want it to be like absurdly cutesy. I want him to be menacing. And then it's like he's wearing a onesie that his son gave him or something. Snorkels for swimming draws, see? And there's nagging telling me to bring it back. I need to move this eye. It's like a child in a onesie. Yeah, maybe more like there. I'm not feeling super bare with the onesie yet, but I think we can get there. I think color is going to help that a lot too. Once I get there, also it doesn't help that his head is massive. Alright, I'm going to start throwing some color on it. Oh, that isn't, I don't want the stable one. Yeah, there we go. Roar. Yeah, he roaring. He's got opinions. Oh my goodness. Is this a good bear? Maybe a little bit darker than I want. Yeah, I like that. Fill him in now. Your elbows. When do you take care of your elbows? His mouth is kind of like a grody, like gray, purpley color. And your tongue. Ooh. No, 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 no. Grimy little teeth. I don't want them to be white. Yeah, maybe this little off-white color. Color in his little nosy. I can put that on the same layer. Alright. I did want to add just some kind of color for his ear. I think I might want it lighter than this, but we can test that now. Yeah, maybe like that. Okay. About to put 1,000 layers on this. gonna shade him a bit and then move on to the next one, even though I'm scared of the next one. It is about time. We must face our fears. How does a little bit of highlight on the nose look? I don't think he needs it. Okay, so all the mouth is on this same layer. He's got this weird, like, gum line situation here. Okay, I gotta stop myself from adding like 1,000 details. That'll have to work for now. Ooh, I like this. Welcome back, perfect. I'm not sure that his onesie looks so much like a bear, but I like him. He's a goofball, and he's scary. He's making his son proud wearing this onesie. He picked it out just for Dad. Okay, one last detail. Oh, that is a big brush. I think this eye needs a little highlight to make it cutesy. Yeah. Like the colors, the shading, the drawing. The mouth is perfect. Thank you, perfect. I've never tried to draw something like angry in my cartoony style. I see a lot I want to add to it, but I don't need to spend all stream on it. So I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy. And thank you. Rexy, how dare you say sorry? I love this eye. I love that it led to me trying something I wouldn't normally do. I want to break the comfort zones. You're sorry for saying sorry. I swear. I'm gonna scream. So the animal redeem is the only one I can ask for specifics. Okay, perfect. Let me read through my redeems since you don't know them. Okay, so animal character. Animal character, as long as it's family friendly, you can ask me like draw a lizard in a trench coat with a cane, blah blah blah. And as long as it's not like too over the top, I'll do it. Character from memory, it has to be a thing that exists already, so you can't really add on. And same with Pokemon from memory. But like if I'm in the middle of drawing something and someone's like, "Oh, it would look cute with a top hat," I might feel like throwing in a top hat because I want to do like back and forth art with you guys. So I'm kind of just playing it by ear. In your head, you're hearing just the softest roar coming from this bear. I see it. Like the lore in my head is that he wants to be menacing, but his son bought him this onesie, so he's trying to be menacing, but he also wants his son to look up to him. So maybe he's like all show, but then his roar is like roar, because he don't want to scare his own son. Hi Moxie, welcome in. I'm sorry, I was ranting. How are you doing? Angry Bear and a Fozzie Bear. I was seeing Fozzie Bear in this because I was thinking this looks like Fozzie, not a bear. But then I remembered that he's Fozzie Bear. It's 12 pins. Just $12 for 5 pins sounds like a good price. Naggin, I don't buy pins, so I don't know, but that sounds too cheap. Just as someone who has never bought a pin. Oh, here's Moxie. Moxie knowing what she's talking about. Or you save up to 5K and then just ask for the most cursed thing. You can ask for whatever you want. Just like, don't come at me in all caps when I reject it. Because you're gonna ask for something unhinged. Like if I swear to you, if you put something about like wrinkled beans or something, I'm gonna give Rexy full permission to yeet you. But perfect, like actual thing that I wanted to discuss. But I was number one. Like the stuff that Hootie does, where like I'll be in the middle of a drawing and he'll be like, "Oh, this should have a monocle on it." I want to troll him for trying to tell me what to do, but like that's the kind of stuff I actually do want to do. So like if you give me a redeem and then like I'm halfway through with it and you're like, "Oh, maybe it's in high heels or something." I want to do that kind of stuff. Like I want it to be interactive. So as long as you're being reasonable, you can make like additional requests is the answer. I'm not sure if people want pens either, but I'm going. Moxie says it's reasonable, yeah. Moxie sounds like she knows what's up. Just thinking of pen buckets in stores where they're the size of a quarter and like $1 a piece, yeah. Paper pressed behind plastic. So you could use that redeem to add on to a drawing that already exists. No. I have a redeem that I'll turn on when you can do that. A redeem called like add an element. I'm talking about like you don't even have to redeem anything for this. Like if you say something in chat and I feel the urge to put it into a drawing, I'm all about it. Got you? Sweet. Okay, I need to go potty. And I'm not just leaving because I'm afraid of drawing a human onesie. So you're telling me I should ask you for a flamingo and high-heeled roller skates? I would be happy to do that. With a majestic flag behind it. See, the person below you, Moxie, is the problem here. I don't want to draw whatever bean wrinkles are. Okay, I'll be right back, chat. See, perfect. Why can't you be more like Moxie? I like a grumpy old bean with beards, glasses, canes. I just don't want to get like intricate about his wrinkles. We should all be more like Moxie. I would vote. I would vote in agreement with that. Also, I just want to address poopy whoopies. The bean with wrinkles didn't choose a life with wrinkles, but it was the life it was given. Perfect. Do you know what I'm going to tell you? Perfect. Are you listening right now? Moxie needs to dig more into their madness side. Perfect. Hush your mouth. Okay, perfect. Do you remember when you were all like, oh, babe, speak into my ear. I'm going to draw for you. Draw bean wrinkles. And quit all capsing about it in my chat. You little heathen. You don't know all about all of that, Megan. Moxie. You have the Doberman sketch started. I'm not going to lie to you. Until you said those words right then, I would have not remembered that was a thing. You didn't lie. I'm not saying you lied. I'm saying you can draw your bean wrinkle. But also don't show me that one. Show me the Doberman. Rexy, how could you? I'm not even reading that out loud. Perfect. I don't like those words together. They ain't wrinkled though. See? It's an ideal bean. You might not like it perfect. But that's the ideal bean body. What? I don't know if I accidentally said Moxie instead of Rexy for that. If I did, I meant to say Rexy. Chat, I'm stumped. I'm just gonna start drawing a bear. And then hopefully, if you feed the mods, can you bribe them to supporting me? Okay, here's the. How could you, Moxie? Yeah, I meant how could you, Rexy? I mean, your name's both end in the Z. The G. I'll just have to be more like southern when I'm talking to you, Rexy. Sometimes your ears don't work so great. Interesting. Interesting, Rexy. Wonder what could have factored into that. Okay, never mind, Rexy. I'm never being southern again. Unhinged today, chat. What have you done opening this can of worms? Why? Because you like it? No, 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 Rexy. Look at perfect. Also had a special pair of humans screaming in your ears. That'll do that. I don't have the volume to compete with anybody screaming. Yeehaw! Have ourselves a hoedown. Rexy loved what you just did there, Chaotic. I want you to know. Guess you don't have to feed Rexy. Okay, perfect. What I was going to tell you is that feed the mods is like 99% for Momo. I don't know how much effect it'll have on Rexy. They're at 3. You're at 60. Oh, that special pair of humans. Yeah, I got nothing on that. Perfect. I want to play along with you, and like I don't want to just shut you down, but like zero chance. I would sooner draw bean wrinkles, honestly. And I don't say that lightly. Okay, but why? Perfect. I don't have like 6 hours to explain. Chaotic, you come from Florida. For some reason, you're not considered the South. Yeah. It's always been interesting to me. I don't know if it's just because of like how many people like moved to there instead of being from there. So it kind of like changes how things are seen culturally. Why are we hating on the southern accent? Now you have questions. Perfect. You should hear me after a few beers. Feeling. Moxie, are you. I don't know. I don't know how often I've actually heard your voice, but you didn't sound yeehaw to me. Do you suppress your southern accent ever? And is it easy for you to pull off a southern accent? Perfect. I'm supposed to be drawing a bear in a human onesie. Okay, but perfect. The truth is, this is just like how I always sound, right? I'm not putting on a voice right now, but I don't know if I sound southern to people who are not from here. Because I feel like I sound southern. But the people around here tell me I sound like I'm from elsewhere. You don't sound southern. But like if I try to imitate Rexy, that's when the southern comes out. nothing wrong with a southern accent. Plays Deliverance song on a banjo. Chaotic. We were joking the other day about how Rexy's voice just is a banjo. Rexy has banjos in her vocal cords. You can hear it in the ERs, yeah. I catch myself on certain words. Like I know I've got like just a little bit of twang. You don't hear it at all. Yeah. Like the real answer to the question is that like there's certain stereotypes people have about southern people that like the voice plays a lot into. So it's not that like I feel that way about all southerners, but like when you have people hear southerners, they assume like, oh, you're like such and such and such. And so that is always stuck in my head. Like I don't want people to think like, oh, yeah, it's so true. Yeah. It's that southern twang. You're too non-southern. What does that mean? Perfect. You want to be more southern? You only let your real southern fly with like 3 people and when you're drinking. Toss down another pickle vodka. Actually, I feel like I'm being like so mean to you and I'm not trying to. Southern food is amazing. Yeah. I feel like the most subtle one I've heard is at the end of words, but I don't hear that at all with you. Like I wouldn't even question if you were in the East. Perfect. I'm very much in the East. You don't get much more East than where I am. You just want to be surrounded by people with accents. Beb, you're always mean to me. What do you mean? See, I feel like we are like sibling energy. Just like constantly hating on each other, but trying to be nice about it. You have that since you moved to the Netherlands? That sounds lovely. Someone who's born and raised small town Texas, the twang can be twangy. You're speaking animatedly. Yeah, like if I get angry about something, like actually angry, or like way too excited, I feel like it slips. Please make sure you post these in your chart so you can see them later. Okay. You gotta bail. Okay, whatever you're doing, take care. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for giving me a billion ideas. Gonna have a good warm up stream. Just pick on each other like siblings, but it's all love. Mostly, I was pretty real about the gas station shoe situation, but other than that, you're in the military. We've got a lot of folks from Texas. Okay, the only idea I have for a human onesie is gonna look real muppety, but I'm gonna do it. This is not the brush I want. Still need to try rattlesnake. Is that like an actual thing that people eat often? Or is it more one of those like, hey, try this exotic animal for fun? Yes, it is a regular thing. Sounds a little scary to me. Never lived the barefoot gas station thing down. It's fine. This is fine. Listen, you like if you convert, start wearing shoes in gas stations. We'll all move past it. Florida, you eat gators. I've seen gator eaten. You haven't eaten rattlesnake either, Moxie. I don't even know. It doesn't sound like there would be much to eat on a rattlesnake. Like it sounds more like a eat it to say you could than it like actually being good. Okay, I'm also drawing just the head and shoulders on this one. They're gonna eat us. I'm gonna sink my teeth into a gator. I've heard worse reasons to eat something. I feel like this pose is not going to work at all because you won't be able to see that he is a human on him. Okay, so what if he's like staring at the moon instead? Like, here's our little bear boy. And here's his little body. Got his chest all puffed out like that. You gotta be confident wearing a human onesie. Okay, so it's gonna like wrap around him. Come down here. There's a nice restaurant in Florida called RJ Gators. And they make some gator stuff. For your wife and I, for your wife and you, it's all about the seafood boil. Oh my gosh. I could demolish some seafood boil. RJ Gators sounds like it would be like gator everything. Okay. We're gonna have to get a little bit weird with this onesie to really sell that it's a human. I feel like giving it a little chin. Now I feel like he's just gonna look like he's popping out of a human. So I might have to like really emphasize the Muppetiness. But then he's just gonna look like he's popping out of a Muppet. Okay, this looks so much like Grover to me right now. We gotta at least make the bear happy. Okay, you back, Rexy? Welcome back. I'm having a heck of a time trying to figure out this human onesie. Trying to make it like real absurd so he doesn't just look like he's being eaten by a human. It's also starting to look like crank yankers or something. Or just in time. Okay, it's really cursed, but not in like a way that I hate. Memories you just unlocked? Yeah. I never actually watched the show, but I remember always singing the theme song. I can't remember the theme song right now, but I used to feel like I was like a little rebel getting away with something singing that theme. You'll get a kick out of this. Go to plug in my headphones so I can answer a Discord call. Hit my dang power button. Shut your whole PC down. Rexy, next time, you should not do that. I'm trying to think of what. Like, should this human onesie be wearing clothes? Whoever thought putting the USB ports next to the power button was a dummy? I can agree with that. Is it like a really sensitive power button? Because on my computer, I couldn't accidentally do that if I wanted to. Like, you have to mean it. I never understood the like touchscreen power button stuff. It's gets really sensitive. See, that's not your fault anymore. I wanted to blame you, but okay. I don't want to think about what he should be wearing. So it's just gonna be a little naked human. But we can't see his underside, so it's gonna be alright. You have food. Hi Momo. Welcome back. I hope you're having good eats. We're drawing very cursed stuff right now. Let's make it textured. Momo, they were trying to bribe the mods earlier, by the way. So don't fall for any shenanigans if it happens again. Is this phenomenal? It's a thing. I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. Rexy, do you get on Reddit much? You do? Do you know about r/ATBGE? Like awful taste but great execution. You've not heard of that one? What was the letters again? Because that's like exactly how I feel about what I just drew. Like I feel like for what it is, I'm proud of myself for how I did it. But I don't know how I feel about the concept. It's a great explanation for it. Charles, you're so loud. Hi, dude. Just added it to your list. Heck yeah. I miss using this dang watercolor brush. Sometime I need to have a stream where I just test brushes and like start messing around and trying to explore styles. I don't know how interesting that would be, but I want to do it. Should totally do that, Rexy. I need you to understand I have a problem where I've bought like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've bought 10 different brush packs. And whenever I buy a brush pack, I open it up and I go through and try to decide which ones I'm going to use. I always end up with one brush out of every pack that I have used, and I never experiment with the others, and I need to stop that. I need to test them all. Like, where is it? Was it chromograph? Yeah. Okay, so like these guys, I need to use this. That is, I need a new layer. I need to use this. Like all this time I spend shading stuff, and there's a brush for quick shading. That's like you with Lightroom filter packs, yeah. I'm so bad about it. I'm like, I need to get these new brushes to feel inspired to try new styles. And then I just incorporate one of the brushes that I get into my already existing style. It's great. Did not know that was a thing you could do at Rexy. I have so many options. Where is it? Like these guys, I use like one of them every now and then. But like you can just straight up oil paint. There's so many options. And I always stick to my little sketchy boys. Kind of want to get Procreate now. Do you understand Dev now? Because she was talking about, I just don't know that I would like digital. I really want to do, like, learn digital painting at some point, because this is so satisfying. I'm also painting all over this bear in a onesie. But that's okay. Alright, let's line up our boys real quick. Tonight's boys. Wait, don't hide him. We'd have so much fun. You get nothing done IRL. Yeah. When I started it, I was like, I am gonna make a plan. I'm gonna use this to make some books and stuff. And now I don't even want to show you how many files I have in Procreate, and none of them have turned into any of the book ideas I've had. Ursa ring, and then stitch. What time is it? Perfect. How actually dare you come in with a question right now? I was about to take my break. I need to get water and go to the restroom. Should you come with another? No. But to answer your question, yes. Yes. All my life. Can you just take a break? Perfect. I need you to start streaming if you're going to critique my methods. 4-hour stream. You're going to be lucky if you get a 3-hour stream. Perfect. You and Rexy should co-stream sometime.
I cannot with this disgrace.
I don't have a clue what you sound like. Perfect. Don't take that personally. Baby, you promised me first co-stream, sir. I was told that was like a 50-50 shot. I heard that there was another person you were considering a first stream with. But also, I told you specifically, you gotta stream first. If it sounded like that, I'd find myself more enjoyable. So that was a okay voice. I wasn't sure if it sounded incredibly mean. Lurk to devour. Okay, Momo, enjoy your foods. Good luck with anything you might be doing. Give the dog my love. That was an accent voice as someone who lacks any accent. Perfect. I promise you, you have an accent. It's between you and Ratsky, but you won't co-stream with me until I stream. Are you really gonna like? Okay. I feel like a co-stream with Ratsky as a first stream is a good idea. I don't feel like a challenge stream as a first stream is a good idea. Is that a crow? Oh, a raven. Rexy, I need for Triss to see this emote. And then second stream with you, Rexy. Listen. I'm just saying. First stream as like a challenge to stream longest. You're setting me up for success. Rexy, do you want to know a secret? Also, I'm supposed to be taking a break. Perfect got me all razzled. Yes, tell me secret. Rexy, obviously, the first time I streamed, I wasn't sure if it was going to be something I would want to keep doing. But I have been wanting to stream on my off days now. I'm enjoying it that much. So I feel like I could kick your butt at a challenge. You're on night shift? Got all night here? Also chaotic. I appreciate you hanging around. I know this is kind of a hard to explain stream situation, but it's been nice having you here. Bring it, Bebington. Okay, I'm gonna take my break. It's gonna be like 3 minutes. And then we're gonna try to draw Ursa Ring from memory. It's 1 a.m. there. So 6 hours ahead of us. We've got another friend who comes in who is from Ireland. They're like 5 hours. And they will stay in our streams until it's like 4 their time. Did you answer my question? Perfect. Don't even. I answered it. You were just seething with rage about how I already took another break. Rexy, I was about to come back in here screaming. Okay, chaotic. If you say you love Irish people, that is our friend Trist. Trist is very Irish. Doesn't stream very often, but does come around here a lot. Trist is the best. Perfect. Before you say literally anything else in my chat, you go back to my VOD and then come back in here and atone for your crimes. Trying to drag Rexy under the bus with you like this. How daremst you? Well, Rexy only listens like half the time. Rexy has like 73 phone calls a day and is watching another stream. She is doing her best. And I will not have you slander her. Throw myself under all the time on accident. Yeah, you really do. You're like a professional self-bus thrower under her. Ursa Ring. Okay, I don't have time to work on what I plan to, so I'm not gonna give myself 10-minute timers on these. I'm just gonna draw. Standing up for me like a good brother. You still didn't go back to the VOD. Perfect. You are unbelievable. You have no business yelling at me. Oh, he didn't answer my question. He lied to me. You didn't go back to the VOD for me. You don't think the VOD is published? You didn't look. I'm looking at the VOD on my listing right now. I gotta draw an Ursa ring perfect. Okay, I think this is the tall boy. I think he's the one with the ring on him. Got like orange. Got like legs. He's a real angry, square-headed boy that's like, ah. Perfect. Did you actually go to watch the VOD? Rexy, if you can hear while perfect is away, the answer, as I already said, is yes. I think he's a real stout guy. I think he's got clawy arms. If Perfect actually went back to the VOD, I'm gonna be so impressed. It might be the first time I've ever been listened to. That scoundrel. I feel like we had that conversation and I knew that already, but didn't know if you wanted to troll Perfect. Literally always. Okay, and I feel like he's got this like kind of, his fur is like almost a shawl. You can tell in your voice you were born and raised here, but Georgia recognizes Georgia. It's true. We all know we're from down yonder. I feel like he's kind of looking like he has melted butter on him. That's not the vibe I'm intending, but oh, my razor's huge. Like the corn on the cob from Plants vs. Zombies. I must Google. Show me the buttered corn. his face butter? Don't want to erase. I want to draw. I don't know if I saw what you were referring to, but I need to draw. I did see that. Georgia peach is nice. Oh my gosh. I love peaches so much. If only Rexy weren't opposed to fruit. Catapults butter, and that's what it looks like when it hits something with it. Oh, so the butter isn't on him. Yeah, it makes more sense. You never answered, sir. I sure did. Perfect. I don't know whose VOD you just checked, but I've answered at least twice now. You just went back. You went to the wrong place. Maybe you went to yesterday's VOD. And replayed that part. Maybe, okay, so maybe the problem is that you just cannot hear. Because you were telling me you couldn't hear me earlier. You're telling me you didn't hear my answer now. Shrimp and grits. Shrimp and anything. Rexy didn't either. Well, we've already addressed that Rexy has like 73 things she has to be listening to at all times. I will not have you drag my mods. Yeah, I'm gonna. I already feel like I'm not quite getting him. So I'm just gonna lean into the design that I'm already starting. So I should give him his eyes. Ooh, sugar on your grits? That's a good question. It's 2v1. Can I get an answer? It wouldn't have been 2v1 if you were just listening. Literally, if you had listened either of the times that you could have heard it. Brother does the sugar, it bothers me. Yeah, I wasn't sure where you were gonna lean. The question, I think grits have to be savory. They do not make sense to my brain as a sweet food. That's what oatmeal is for. Salt and butter and pieces of bacon or sausage. No, I did not answer that. Perfect. That is not an answer. They are not even remotely similar. But like oatmeal should be a sweet breakfast. Grits should not. Cream of wheat. I've never had cream of wheat. Perfect. I'm trying really hard to think of what grits could be compared to. Perfect. Have you ever had like really saucy rice, like really cheesy rice? No? Okay, then I don't even know where to begin describing grits to you. Cool starchy and dense rice balls. Yeah, it's like really creamy rice, but like gritty. It's hard to describe without it sounding awful. Rice balls sound fun. They do. I feel like cheesy rice would be closest in a burrito. Oatmeal, make with milk, condensed milk, cinnamon, and the last part is not for everyone, but raisins. I love raisins. I'm firmly on team raisins in anything. This is looking Five Nights at Freddy's. But I don't really know how I could fix it. Oh, that eraser's huge. No instant. Must be real. I can agree with that. I feel like anything is a no instant. Unless you're robbing yourself. Excuse me. No. There we go. I'm just gonna give him the same pinkish color for both the mouth and the little ears. Sure you ain't from here? Are you sure you ain't from around here? Okay, this. What brush is this? Do the round. Maybe a little bit thicker. Yeah. It's like mac and cheese crafts, throw that away. Must bake mac and cheese from scratch, at least 3 different cheeses. I need you to be our personal chef. Okay, thanks. I won't lie, I can go to town on even some Instant Mac, but it doesn't compare to the real stuff. For sure. Same, Rexy. Same. Okay. It's time. It's everyone's favorite time. We're about to figure out how right or wrong I am. Really might be brother and sister. I don't know. I don't know that our shoe preferences could have come from the same genes. Okay, I feel like this one might be one of my best works. Where is this folder? Stream references, Pokemans. Get out of my brain. Oh wait, shoes. I promise you I couldn't even see my screen. I had you all hidden. So like, my answer. Please. Perfect. I've now answered 3 times. Alright, see, like I had concepts. I did forget his claws. I even thought to myself, we're gonna remember them claws. You've been here, then somehow you have managed to shut off your eardrums 3 times. Are you like whispering? No. But even when I whisper, it shows that my volume is going almost all the way up to the top. So, are you answering telepathically? Rexy knows the answer because Rexy was paying attention. Cheddar, Colby, mozzarella, cream of cheddar, and I mix some eggs into it, make it hearty. Oh my gosh. I need food. Like nyew. Don't skimp on the salt and pepper. And butter and milk. I do know the answer, but I'm a mod, so I must go along with the troll. See, that's why we pay you. Perfect. Perfect. Be so careful right now. Bibs, answer you a 4th time? Why don't you go back to the VOD a 2nd time? Look, perfect. We're in here. We have a new friend in here. We're just trying to bond over food. And you're just zoning out over half of the conversation. Not even listening, and then demanding that we circle back. What is this nonsense?
I am now wreaking havoc.
Wreak that havoc. Food is the best thing to bond over. I agree. Everyone must eat. It's true. It is true. Okay, I really like 2 of these bears that we've drawn. I might revisit them for reasons. I know I already said that, but I'm looking at them again. Urge. Does everyone know the Awawa thing? Because this guy's giving me Awawa vibes. Wife loves you because she doesn't know how to cook. That's kind of me. I have a lot of mental blocks with food. So I pretty much only ever eat stuff that I cook. But that means I've gotten really good at it. And everyone always wants my foods. It's not the only thing cooking is a passion. I love that. Cooking since you were 6. But when you're cooking me Densen, I have, and unfortunately, I have a no shoes, no service policy. So like, what if you wore shoes? Why are we even lying to ourselves? Also, I worry I might have scared Perfect off. Elmo's World. Someone tried to pin that. I saw that. I saw that. It wasn't you. Interesting. Interesting. I was just about to be so nice to Perfect too. I was ready. I was ready to welcome Perfect back with open arms and kindness. But I had to do it. Alright, I want to draw Stitch in like a aggressive stance. Like lean forward, mouth open, claws at the ready. I would never believe this. Welcome back, Perfect. I hope you're enjoying your time here. We have reached the calm portion of the night, where we are only discussing Beb-approved topics. I'm gonna draw Stitch. I wish I had like little candles to put in this scene. Give me a Beb approved topic. Well, we were having just a lovely discussion about food. We can talk about bears, Or Stitch? Or Elmo? Also, every time I time you out perfect, it gives me a little notification on my sidebar thing about maybe this is someone you want to report, and you're welcome for not. SpongeBob and Ren and Stimpy. Okay, SpongeBob, I super get it. SpongeBob, like, first 3 seasons, 10 out of 10 television, perfect. Excellence. Ren and Stimpy, I never understood. Rexy loved Ren and Stimpy. That honestly makes sense to me. Erica's Castle. Do I know what that is? David the Gnome? That one sounds familiar to me. Oh, is that the one that had the like super depressing ending? Or am I thinking of something else? False. Have you watched season 1? I couldn't tell you. Probably not. It just kind of seemed like shock value cartoon content for children. Ren and Stimpy was great. I'm Googling a trivia fact to make sure I'm correct about it. Okay, so like, watch season 1 at least. Perfect. Why don't you watch my VOD? Wait, we're being nice. Never mind. Okay, I have a trivia fact for you. Perfect. Perfect. Are you ready for your trivia fact? So in Ren and Stimpy, they do this thing where like they'll do a really tight zoom in on a character. Do you know the name for that? You actually did? Yeah. It's such a clever name. It's one of those things where like I wish I had come up with that wordplay. Is it the Irish something? No. Don't speak of the Irish like that. Hmm. Especially when they zoom in on the fat lady that saved as fire dogs. one I always remember is actually from SpongeBob when he's like when Squidward is trying a Krabby Patty for the first time. It zooms in like super close and he's got like a horse mouth. OMG. Okay, I gotta draw this dang stitch for Rexy. I'm running out of stream time. Perfect, don't say a word. She has pimples, warts, boogers, hairs on moles, and so on, yeah. And I think they like had people like actually paint those for a lot of them. Gross up. Wait, what? Wait, what? What to both of your what? Gross up, yeah. I love that so much. They were so detailed, yeah. Rexy, if you are talking about hearing your name, I was saying that I have to draw this stitch for you. I need to quit being distracted by perfect. Oh, you heard your name, not that was in reference perfect to the fact that I have 15 minutes of stream left. I will hear nothing about needing to go longer. You absolute heathen. Also, I like I like how Rexy's like, draw this from memory, sir. And then throwing him in my chat. I'm gonna try not to reference it, but I don't tell you to stop drawing. Listen, if you're gonna start bringing up topics that I'm actually interested in, I'm gonna discuss them. Also, Rexy, I hope that I will soon prove that I'm not obeying the emote. Pretty sure this is gonna go wild direction. He's got like a crazy wild smile. Got all his little teethy showing. I've done no work and shall blame you for speaking. Perfect. You said at one point, because I pay attention to what you say, you said that you had to go away for a bit. Why didn't you do stuff? Growing up as a kid in the 90s was quite the adventure. I often think about like how they decided to show us a lot of the stuff that they did. Like I genuinely think about the movie Spy Kids a lot. And the fact that many people approved of the thumb guys. I feel like I might have talked about this on stream before too, but it's always in my mind. Waiting for Bev to read which message. Perfect. Oh, I thought you were talking about the ding dong message. I was perfect. Do I tell Rexy or are you gonna handle this? You tell her. Okay, Rexy. Fun little fact about perfect. Um, when we think about like eras of our country, a lot of people divide things into like pre 9/11, post 9/11, using like that as a reference point. Perfect is post 9/11. Sir, Perfect was born like 2 months before it happened. You don't have memory of it. 3 months. Can you tell me about those 3 months of yours? Or did you grow up post 9/11? Okay, this is looking like a xenomorph or something to me right now. Holy heck, was I wrong in my assumption? I'm honestly surprised that you would have guessed that just like from Perfect being around. Pre 9/11 was a banging time to be alive. Like it always feels weird to me to like section things off based on that, but it's like it for sure is a reference point for how different things are. They said they saw Ren and Stimpy. Okay. Okay, my voice just completely failed just then. If you're using that, go ahead and ask Perfect about like favorite eras of music and like what generation Perfect should have been born in per their music tastes. Captain Planet. Perfect. Do you know about Captain Planet? Perfect. Another question. I'm not meaning to like harp on you in chat. What 70s bands do you know? Because I was listening to a podcast earlier about a song from the 70s. And I don't know if you would know that song. I have a solution. His old tongue's hanging out. And then I can just wrap the mouth here. After 10,000 years, I am finally free. Perfect. Do you understand that you were screaming at me for like 30 minutes about not answering a question of yours, and now you're trying to dodge a question that I asked you? That's what song I asked which bands you like. What 70s bands are you into? Perfect. And you're like, no, babe. This is my stream, my questions. I don't know how his dang teeth should be. I bet he's got rounded teeth. Oh, Retta was kind of hot. She was the one with like the like really tall headdress. Am I thinking about the right person? She looked like an evil witch queen. Yes, yeah. She always scared me, honestly. But I can see it. I was also a very cowardly kid, so that doesn't mean a whole lot. I give him like kind of hams for legs. Lord Zed was lame. Okay, what is this leg doing? Maybe it needs to be pointed forward a bit more. Maybe it's just facing front. What about Xena? I never actually watched Xena. I remember thinking she was cool, but I never saw it. Xena, Princess Warrior. Okay, I am not loving any of his limbs right now. Highlander? I've heard of Highlander. It's another one I haven't seen. Most prominent bands would be Queen, Fleetwood Eagles. I know a few songs from some other bands, but not much. Duran Duran, Hall & Oates, Bowie, James Brown, Al Green, Bill Withers. I was going to ask you about a Steely Dan song. Heard of them? Unbelievable. Need to check what song of his. Okay, perfect. It's a band, not a dude. Should go into rabbit holes. I can't perfect Google their name. I can speak no further on it. But it's not a dude. But the song from the podcast I was listening to is a song they have called Dirty Work. And I've been imitating the singer all day. It cracks me up. You have the song FM. Do you know where you heard that song? Old Country 2, like Conway Twitty. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Conway Twitty.
I just made my whole day.
Instrumentals. Perfect. Once again, not answering my question. Web singing stream. After your singing stream. You said you had no idea? Yeah. I did not take that as an answer. Robert Stacks to me is like what Robin Williams is to Jean. What? Perfect. I thought you were just saying like no idea what it is about that song, but the instrumentals are just good. I didn't take that as a no idea where I got it from. Nah, I can't hear. You can't read. Some things. Perfect. I know exactly where you got that song from. No, that looks like a pig nose. Perfect. That is like hands down the best Steely Dan song, and I'm like 99% sure that at some point I recommended it to you. Genie. Gotcha. Okay, I am also past my stream time. Some things can't be replaced. It is very true. Going through our Rex, you're gonna find it. I want to be here for the moment you realize. Dude, it's like number 5. It's number 5. Try to come at me like that. It's literally 5th down, yeah. Okay, but Rexy, if you can hear me, Mambo number 5. That's not what I was trying to say to you, Rexy. I was just singing what Chaotic said. Rexy, if you can hear me, I'm gonna finish your stitch first thing next stream. I'm not gonna Google him. I'm not gonna look at the statue on my shelf. I might not even change him just to prove that I'm not cheating. Oh no. Hang on, I don't want y'all to see my password. Hey, how you've influenced me that you didn't even realize I've influenced you? That's because I'm a real good influencer.
You don't even know what's happening.
Why is your lock screen a scary bear? Why? I don't want you to see my lock screen. I should raid into Moko. Imagine. Can you imagine? Perfect. I be drawing bears. I don't know if you've been here. That's my lock screen. Perfect. Fun little lore. This is what I was gonna put on a flannel, but it looked like garbage on a flannel. Doesn't draw scary bears. That is not what I said. Perfect. I said nothing of that sort. I said I don't usually draw scary things in my sketchy comic style. We're gonna do the thing. Only time you might be able to. Yeah, 100%. Is he eating a microphone? He's a punk singer, dude. He's in Knocked Loose. That's not punk. That's hardcore. But it's crazy for a flannel. Def, too much going on. You don't know nothing about flannel. Perfect. That was actually exactly what I thought. It was too much, and it made the flannel look worse and the design look worse. But I don't want to just like throw my logo on a flannel. I feel like that's too simple and too like, let's just throw it on everything kind of approach. I want to draw something, but I'll have to think of something perfect. I have credible opinion. He's hungry and he needs iron. See? Perfect. Chaotic knows what's happening. Do you have a broken caps light? Lucky. I think a cute bear is probably a better fit for the comfy flannel vibe. I'm not going for a comfy flannel vibe. It like the thing is, if I make a flannel, I want it to be like a flannel that I would wear. And for that, I want some kind of like punkish, not like overly aggressive, but kind of feel to it. I don't know. I'm a tinker with it. Paw print on the front, cute bear on the back. Get out of here. I like to express myself. Perfect. We all express ourselves. Could be like bear claw rips. I don't know. That feels like monster energy. And that's like real rips on the flannel. Okay. Monster energy. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna put in Okay, I'm not just gonna put it in yet. The raid call. I need a raid call. Okay, if you have my emotes, do that. If you don't, wow, Rexy doesn't have my emotes. Rexy doesn't have my emotes twice. Rexy, are you? I don't know if you're like on mobile or something, but people have been having an issue lately where, for some reason, when you copy paste, it doesn't put spaces between emotes. Oh no, I spelled it. Copy that, but fix the spelling. Or don't fix the spelling. Just be unhinged. Favorite so far is the Gava Vice. Wait, are we talking Monster Energies? Guava Vice?
Patner. Howdy, Patner.
Jump to PC.
Heck yeah.
Also chaotic. Thank you for hanging out all stream. It's been great to have you. We're gonna go raid some friends of ours. They're having a huge celebration right now. They are celebrating the day that they made partner on Twitch, but they're celebrating by like showcasing community members in their shops and what they make and what they sell and all that stuff. And it's just been so much fun and it's so supportive. But we're gonna go over there. We're gonna join in on their chaos. Some friends of ours, yeah, we know them. We're familiar. We're acquainted. Thanks for stream. Thank you all for being here. Fun meeting new friends. I love that. Well, I'm gonna show you two a couple of mine. Okay. Raid is starting. Thank you all for being here and contributing to the chaos and the art. Being wonderful people. I'm gonna be back on Wednesday again this week. Still weird schedule, but Wednesday, 5 o'clock. He's at 2%. Yeah. 2%. Screaming man. Oh. Okay. Everyone have a nice night. I'm not gonna watch Ren and Stimpy. Go enjoy the Sibs. I'll see you on Wednesday at 5. Okay, bye.